This is what I saw, right? And it's interesting. Why are young men not drilling anymore? I saw a story that more men, or something like men under the age of 25, are just not nailing anymore. And also like 1 in 3 men, or 1 in 5 men, haven't nailed for at least a year. What the fuck is going on? Because when I was 25, I was pissed off if I wasn't drilling at least fucking 3 times a week.
Yeah. You'd be out. That's what you're going out for.
You're going out to drill.
Yeah.
When you're young, that's what you're about.
But then, do they go out anymore? Like when I was 25 and younger, you'd be go to the pub, then you'd end up in the bar, probably Friday and Saturday. Now, you're going out evenings. You didn't even have all the dating apps and that then. But I think they're just gaming and stuff like that now, aren't they? They're not, from a young age, they're just not out. Like even when you was at school, you go and meet girls after school. You go and do this, but they just want to go home and game and be online.
I just don't understand, because say you're 18, 16, 17, 18, whatever where's the fingering in the park? Where's that gone?
Yeah.
Or when you get a car and you finger in the car.
Mate, when you've got a car to go and pick up birds straight away.
I just don't understand where it's all gone. Is mental. Have men just become...
I think they lost the skills, the in-person skills.
Social skills and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But even if they've lost the social skills, right, they've got more access to drilling than ever before. There's 1,000 apps. Even if you wanted to be fully committed, you could probably swipe all day across all different apps, and law of averages states that you'll get a drill somewhere.
But then now you speak to or hear a lot of the younger generation. When they're in person, they talk about they get anxiety speaking to people, and like, so they don't really want to go and meet them, and they get an anxiety attack to drill. Like, the fuck?
If you're a young male and you're getting anxiety when you go and talk to a woman, you're a fucking idiot. You need to fix yourself up.
Yeah.
Because that is part of developing your ability to talk to people, is getting knocked back by birds. You remember, right? There was always a certain type of men in the club. They'll go out to a bird, bosh, rejection, sweet, on to the next.
Yeah.
Bosh, rejection, sweet, on to the next. And you see them go home with some unit at the end of the night. But
they tried.
They tried and they won in the end.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give like a young lad who was too nervous to walk up to a girl?
You have to. So if I was to give advice to a young man who is too nervous to walk up to a girl, first of all, you need to get better at conversing in a certain way. And that could be via message, right? You've got to start talking to people. Then you go to places where it's fairly social and you can engage in conversation in a natural way. So you're not trying to drill, you're not trying to pull. You're just in a place where you can converse. Hi, how you doing? You good? And you build from there.
Build it up, yeah.
You can't just go up to someone and be like, yeah, sweet, what's going on? When you don't know how to say, yes, sweet, what's going on. You need to be able to build it up. You start small and work into it.
Then you need to accept that you will get rejected. That's just part of life.
Yes.
Yeah, what I've found is every time I've had like an awkward situation, it's actually made me feel better. Like, when you have a really uncomfortable, maybe you get rejected or whatever, you say something wrong and they don't like it. Afterwards, I feel more confident because I'm like, well, I went through that and I'm still fine. Like,
exactly.
Whatever.
What's the worst that's going to happen? They can say no, then you just sit.
Yeah.
Get on.
Exactly. But being rejected is part of the learn. There's not a man out here, right, who is not being rejected at some point.
No.
Whether it be rich people world when you're being rejected by rich birds, or you're in the fucking hood and you're being rejected by hood rats. There's an element of rejection everywhere. It could be massive rejection, small rejection, but that's part of the development. Is that understanding, you're like, shit, I fumbled there, can't do that again. So you switch it up and you adapt your game.
It's just part of life.
Hacking, mental. They just don't drill anymore. I just don't understand it. I feel like slapping people.
Well,
There's no drilling. They're at home playing the fucking Xbox, and they must beat their meat hard, mate. Like bad.
That's another thing. It's porn. Porn is too easy now.
Yeah, but beating your meat's not the same as drilling.
I know, but why? If you're a young lad, you got no confidence. You can just watch like hundreds of the most beautiful women ever, like on your phone, like in one night. Why the fuck would you go out there?
Yeah, but you can't pull fucking porn's hair, slap porn's ass.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Get porn to lick your balls.
You can't get porn to fucking, but you know what I mean? Deep throw you.
Before porn, I think blokes were so horny that they actually felt like they had to go out there and get it. now it's like they feel like they don't even have to bother because it's all there, like in the phone.
It's just
But
it's sad
different.
time.
It's totally different, isn't it?
Sad time because even back in the day when you get your mates who would go out and they'd start chopping the absolute fucking units. Like there's a place for everyone in the drilling ecosystem.
Yeah.
And they're fucking it up.
Mate, and some mates will go and drill the unit to give you the passage in.
Yeah.
Like it was all.
There was a ploy to this. The unit would get drilled. Someone would have to take it for the team, so your mate could get a decent one. And then the following week,
You just
roles reverse.
Yeah.
So were you both like top shaggers?
You've drilled this. Drillings have been done. Drillings have been done. Let's be clear. When I was between 16 and 25, I wasn't afraid to go up and speak to people.
And that's it. That's what it comes down to.
What would you rather do? Black speaking white girl or white speaking black girl?
What? So like with the bro man talk.
So a white girl who talks road
Yeah.
or a black girl who talks posh. I don't think there's anything worse than a white girl who talks road.
Nah. Joe, you see someone on the train or on public transport when they're kicking off, and people just absolutely taking the piss out of them.
And they got like, you get their hair that's like glued to the side of their face.
Yeah, that little squiggly bit.
The squiggly bits, yeah. What would you choose?
It's got to be the posh speaking black girl, isn't it?
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one's annoying, like straight away.
Noise.
First fucking sentence, slap, go away.